he had to go back to Spain. But Coach Watara knows very well the task ahead. And you know, some of the Hearts of Oak fans feel like they should relieve even Watara himself of his duties. But Togbe and the team, Akambi and then Vincent Sowaodote, extended his contract. And he knows now he is trying to mold the team in his own way. And that last season, we can pardon him because he didn't take the team through pre-season. But this season, he is the one leading, spearheading the recruitment. He's spearheading whatever they are doing at Pobiman. In terms of tactical tweak and formation, he's the one in charge of it. So basically, we can say that this is basically his team. The team is in his hands. Whatever happens on the pitch, people will judge him by that. And Watara knows that this game, he has to play well. Even if they will lose, they've got to play well. And the supporters, you know, sometimes you can lose a game, and the supporters will go home satisfied. It depends on the permutations of how you approach the game, the tactical dispensation, and the mental fortitude of the players, what they display out there. So Hearts of Oak fans know football very well. They are accustomed to winning. Winning here, especially at Accra Sports Stadium. This place used to be a fortress. It used to be a den. But last season, it's just like a place where no one feels intimidated anymore. All the things feel like they can come here and chalk out positive results. And the Hearts of Oak needs to change that mindset in the Ghana Premier League if they are to recapture their old glory days. Because when you are playing Hearts of Oak, especially on this pitch in Accra, it should strike fear into you. But based on what has happened, there's no fear. But I believe Coach Watara, based on his pedigree with WAC, with Kumasi Asante Kotoko, I think he has the mojo to be able to mold House of Oak back into its glory days.
All right, but to the opposite dugout where there's Bashiru Hayford, what do you have to say about that? Last season he called himself this. He said they were on a survival mission, and you know they survived. Yes, per what he said, they managed to survive. But what do you make of his job so far with Heart of Lions?
Well, if you look at Coach Bashiru Hayford, former winner of the Ghana Premier League with Ashanti Gold, former winner of the Ghana Premier League with Kumasi Asante Kotoko. He has won the top 4 with Kpando Hearts of Lions. And you know, Bashiru Hayford, whenever he's with a club, he never leaves the club without a legacy. We saw him, he had a stint with Legon Cities, the same thing, survival mission. He managed to help them survive when Asamoah Gyan was with the club. Last season, when Hearts of Lions were looking dead and gone. You know, in the history of the Ghana Premier League, it is only Hearts of Lions that finished the first round of the season, languishing at the bottom of the league, that was able to survive relegation. And it was all the doing of Coach Bashiru Hayford. In the last month of the league, he won the Coach of the Month. He went unbeaten flawlessly across the division. So that tells you that he knows exactly what he's doing. And if you look at the kind of signings he is doing for the league, for the team, it's strategic. Because for you, for a club that battle relegation, to go and sign Oben Jr., to go and sign somebody like Abednego Tete, to be able to retain Ebenezer Aban and Ruben Hennessy. You know, Ebenezer Aban is one of the finest centre-backs in the league. Hearts of Oak wanted him, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Samatex, and even to some extent Mediema. So you could tell that his influence is right there on the team. And I've been there through his Justified this season. If you see the kind of talent that he's unveiled, he has proven that he's a good gaffer. And if you ask for experience, you can't ask for someone better than Coach Bashiru Hayford. His team talk, when you stay around the team, the way he motivates the players, is like he made them believe that you and I will come together and work for the betterment of the club. That is where we are. Then that tells you that he's a psychologist. Mind you, he's a lecturer.
All right, so those are some words, profound words from Francis Aboibo Blackgate, speaking of the Heart of Lions gaffer, that's Bashiru Hayford. He's won the Ghana Premier League a couple of times. He's now the head coach of Heart of Lions, and they come up against glorious Accra Heart of Oak. The Phobians, they lost here in their last outing, and it's to Kumasi Asante Kotoko, but today they play in the Gbese Mantse Charity Cup, and it's still the Homowo celebration is still ongoing in the streets of Accra. Today is Ngowala, so even if you are not a Ghana, you could just meet a Ghana friend and say Ngowala, and it's just happy Thanksgiving, if I should put it. The game starts in the next couple of minutes, and the players were warming up just some few minutes ago, and they have gone down the tunnel into their dressing rooms, and they'll be appearing very soon for the game to kick start. It's a bit hot over here. The weather is a bit hot. Sometimes it gets a bit, calmer and milder, but we will be expecting a very fine weather for association football. And right behind me as well, the Jama is still ongoing. Yeah, the Heart of Lions.
We are celebrating Bobo. we are celebrating Homowo, but there's Bobo in town.
There's Bobo,
and you can feel the vibe here.
There's Bobo in town.
There's Bobo in town. That's
Homowo is being celebrated. There's Bobo
in town. You can hear it loud and clear.
Yeah.
There, they're under the terrace, and it's blazing in my ears. And you could tell at this part, the Hearts of Folk fans are here as well.
They are very loud.
The atmosphere, the momentum is gradually coming.
Yeah.
And the moment the players walk out onto the pitch for the main game, you will see the terrace. They will come down from the terrace.
Francis, I was there when Heart of Lions played against Gbese Mantse Homowo.
At the Kpando Park.
Okay, I was with you. And, you know, it was something I've never seen before, especially after the 30th minute when there was that gunshot. Francis, what's so, you know, unique about these Heart of Lions fans?
You know, the Heart of Lions fans, they love their team to the core. And if you are a staunch follower of the Ghana Premier League, it's not by no means fluke that Kpando is a den.
Yeah.
In terms of the way they approach their games on match days, it's different. Today, if you are here at the stadium, the vibe, Josiah.
Yeah, I can feel it.
If that is Heart of Lions supporters,
I can feel
and
it.
this is Heart of Folk, who do you think feels like has the majority of their fans in the stadium in terms of the drumming and the noise?
Trust me.
Definitely, it's the Kpando fans.
Yeah.
And they know how to support their team to the core. Bobo is like their culture, and wherever they go, they love to exhibit it. And this is just a taste or a gist of what you expect during 90 minutes. I love them to the core because they support their club in a way that they are supposed to support the club during 90 minutes. It's a beautiful thing.
And you think moving back to the Kpando Stadium, starting the season there, would mean that we wouldn't see what actually happened to them last season where they nearly got relegated.
Josiah, last season on the last day of the league, I sat in the studio with Yao. We did the games, and I told the whole Ghana that what happened to Heart of Lions last season will never happen to the club again.
Wow.
Based on the fact that they will play their matches at the Kpando Park. Trust me, if you look at their history, Heart of Lions has never lost up to 3 matches at home in a season, in a major season before.
Wow.
The reason why they had that problem was because they were playing in Sogakope, playing in Kokwe, and it wasn't going well for them. When they switched to Kpando, they played 8 home matches. They drew only 1 of that match against Bebiani Gold Stars. They won 7 of the matches. That was the reason why they survived relegation last season. And I can tell you for a fact that when they start their season proper, if they are going to play about 16 or 14 or 15 matches at the Kpando Park, trust me, they should be winning about 99% of those games. Oh. You were there against Kumasi and Kotoko. Kotoko played very well, but you saw how they managed to turn the game around to be able to win the game by 2 goals to nothing. That tells you how they are very ruthless at home. It's not only about the football itself. It is how close the stands are to the pitch. So the intimidation aspect, the noise of the fans get to the opposition team, and you can't play a game definitely at the Kpando Park. It's one of the venues that when you watch football, you'll feel it in your adrenaline.
Francis, the teams are about coming out of the tunnel for the game, which will be kicking off in the next couple of minutes. But what should we expect from this game quickly before we join commentary?
Yeah, definitely with Coach Watara. We've seen him play in a 4-3-3 or a 4-4-2, sometime with a diamond formation. So his problem is what exactly Kpando Heart of Lions will bring on board. That is what will make him adjust to the system. But if you look at Coach Bashiru Hayford, basically in the season last season, he stuck with his 4-4-2 in most of the matches. And in their away matches, they play a 4-5-1 formation with only Mustafa Yakubu on top. And they try to get Kwesi Pong and Co to be able to get to support him on the counter-attack. But this afternoon, he's trying to go with a 4-3-3 with Mustafa Yakubu, Obinjini and Abednego Tete on top of the pitch. That is something that will extremely trouble Accra Hearts of Oak.
Let me push you to the wall. Who's winning?
Well, I don't want to sound like
It seems he's scared. He can't even predict. But we'll be joining commentary very soon.